This is Orchid Undercover.
I'm Elaine Susan, and in today's news, we're going to be talking about two orchid farmers arguing whether using fertilizer or rice water is better. Take a look.
Are you kidding me? Rice water is better.
Of course it's not. Fertilizer is better.
Rice water is better, definitely.
No, it's not.
Oh my god, shut up! You're such a bitch! You're Shut the What do you mean?
Oh my god.
This sparks a huge debate online, and so we decided to take this matter into our own hands. We hired a personal investigator to put this to an end. Shortly after, we'll interview our investigator about their findings and ask a few important questions about this issue. Send in your comments and let us know your thoughts. We'll discuss them later on with our guests. Let's take a break.
Interested in learning new languages?
Go ahead.
Try Lingo, a new interactive app for free.
I've got your CV saying that you are good at speaking Chinese.
Yeah.
Show me how marvelous you are.
Oh yeah, certainly. 今天我有面试。
Linga.
My name is Taz, and I'm a smooth and esteemed investigator.
My name's Teresa Cassandra Emanuel Maria Gustafia Azabeana Afonso de Paula, but you can call me Chelsea. I've been a researcher for 39 years now. This is a rather complex case because we have to approach it in a right way, like the methods.
The goal is direct, to find whether fertilizer or rice water is better for orchids. I gather all the data needed and send it to Chelsea for experimentation.
They said that? You wanna know what? You wanna know what she sent to me in mail? Let me actually read what the said. Dear Chelsea, please send help orchids with fertilizer and rice water. Compare. Please sister, thank you, I love you, XOXO TVY out.
She lied.
We are going to present it live on the news tomorrow. You will need to see this.
Okay, now with us are our investigator and our prestigious researcher, Stas and Chelsea. Welcome. It's a pleasure having you both here.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm really excited to see what you're going to present to us today.
Well, I'm not, but here's everything we researched about. So our research is about the impact of rice water on the growth dynamics of two different species of orchids, Catasetum fimbriatum and Phalaenopsis Schilleriana. We will also compare these outcomes with those observed when using fertilizer in a control group that received only water. The purpose of this experiment is to investigate how rice water affects the growth of these orchid species. We aim to compare the effects of rice water with traditional fertilizer and a water-only control group to understand its potential benefits in different environments. We hypothesize that rice water, which is rich in nutrients and organic compounds, will positively influence the growth of both Catasetum fimbriatum and Phalaenopsis Schilleriana. We expect enhanced growth parameters, such as increased leaf development, root growth, and potentially earlier or more abundant flowering, compared to the control group receiving water only. Anatomy of orchids, Phalaenopsis species. The flower shape are bilaterally symmetrical, attracting pollinators with their mirrored halves. Next, the column, located above the lip, houses the reproductive organs and aids in pollination. Continue to the sepals is the three outermost sections resembling petals protect the inner floral parts. The flowers also have three petals, including a larger colorful lip that attracts pollinators and provides a landing spot. These orchids also have large and leathery leaves that conduct photosynthesis, providing energy for growth and blooming. Next, the flower spike emerges from the leaf base and blooms over several months, showcasing the plant's reproductive capacity. This flower also have nodes that can produce new roots or stems, and stakes support the flower spikes to prevent bending or breaking. Let's continue to the anatomy of orchids, Catasetum species. Catasetum orchids have unique flowers with osmophores that release fragrant compounds to attract male bees, their main pollinators. The specialized flower structure, including the column housing reproductive organs, ensures successful pollination. Next, these orchids have specialized root anatomy with velamen tissue that absorbs water and nutrients from the air, supporting their epiphytic lifestyle by providing structural support and preventing dehydration. While the emphystomatic leaves have stomata on both surfaces, allowing effective gas exchange and water regulation to adapt to various environmental conditions. These fallen stems or pseudobulbs store water and nutrients during dormancy, helping the plant survive difficult conditions until ideal ones return. These orchids also have a distinct structure and aromatic compounds called labellum that attract male bees, ensuring successful pollination by directing pollinators toward the reproductive organs. Then what do orchids generally need? Number 1. Light. Light is essential for orchids, and generally almost all plants to receive bright indirect light means it is placed near the window, maintaining friendly environment for the orchid. If orchids are exposed to the fierce sunlight, they might get burnt, making the leaves yellowish. Number 2. Temperature and humidity. The optimal temperature for orchids are 21 until 29 degrees Celsius during the day and at least 15 degrees Celsius at night. It also has high humidity levels in rainy days. Around 80 until 90% help retain moisture and promote growth. Number 3. Watering. Water thoroughly, allowing the medium to be perfectly damped, letting the roots to easily absorb nutrients and water through the medium. Then how to know the plant get enough water? It is by watering until the droplet comes out from the bottom of the plant. Number 4. Potting and air circulation. We can use a well-draining mix like sphagnum moss or bark to beside ensure air circulation around the root, but also to mimic the orchid natural environment, which is the rainforest. Good air circulation can prevent fungal diseases and maintain proper gas exchange. Number 5. Fertilizer. Fertilizer contains macro and micronutrients that serve as a boost for the orchid growth. Next, essential nutrients for orchid. Nitrogen. It promotes vegetative growth like leaves and stems. Phalaenopsis benefits from a balanced 20-20-20 fertilizer, while Catasetum requires higher nitrogen levels, around 30-10 and 10. Next, phosphorus supports root growth and flower development. High phosphorus fertilizer is beneficial during blooming for Phalaenopsis and towards the end of the growing season for Catasetum. Potassium enhances disease resistance and overall plant vigor. Both species require balanced fertilizers. Next, micronutrients is essential for various physiological processes, including photosynthesis and enzyme function. Orchid-specific fertilizers also usually contain a balanced blend of these nutrients. Rice water, a byproduct of washing or boiling rice, contains various nutrients and organic compounds beneficial for plants. It acts as a microbial stimulator, diversifying the beneficial microbial population in the soil and promoting plant growth. The real experiment. What we used are Phalaenopsis Schilleriana and Catasetum fimbriatum plants, rice water, fertilization beads and water, pots, potting medium, spray bottle and camera. Next, the experimental conditions are indirect sunlight near the window with low nighttime temperature, no sunlight at all, and intense sunlight. The independent variables are type of treatment, rice water and synthetic fertilizer, and the frequency of application. The dependent variable is plant growth and the control variable is water. First, indirect sunlight and low nighttime temperature. The Phalaenopsis Schilleriana have a uniform growth and flowering across all treatments, withered at varying rates. Water-treated plants decline faster, while Catasetum fimbriatum, they have early leaf bud emergence with water treatment, consistent growth across all treatments, and minor differences in leaf height. Second, no sunlight. The Phalaenopsis Schilleriana have early bloom with water. Later bloom with fertilizer and rice water, and the water-treated plants decline fastest. Fertilizer and rice water delayed withering. While Catasetum fimbriatum have consistent leaf bud emergence across treatments, water-treated plants had the tallest leaves and all treatments showed healthy growth with minor variations. Third, intense sunlight. The Phalaenopsis Schilleriana have strong growth with water and early bloom. Fertilized plants showed sunburn and stress. Rice water-treated plants showed healthy growth and bloomed in the 4th week. Water-treated plants showed mineral deficiencies and pest infestation. Fertilized plants experienced degradation from sunburn. Rice water-treated plants initially grew well but showed later signs of pest damage and mineral deficiencies, while Catasetum fimbriatum have comparable leaf bud emergence across all treatments, similar growth pattern. Water-treated plants had the tallest leaves, followed by fertilizer and rice water-treated plants. Now let's discuss the Phalaenopsis with water only have early blooming under no sunlight due to lack of nutrient stress, withers first and fast decline post-bloom, especially with no sunlight or intense sunlight. Next, fertilizer. The plants have faster withering under intense sunlight due to stress, but have a delayed bloom because they adjusting to nutrient abundance, so it delays blooming. Then rice water. It have intermediate bloom, balanced nutrients lead to healthy and well-timed blooms, delayed withering to protect against stresses. Continue to the Catasetum fimbriatum. Before bloom they have consistent leaf bud emergence regardless of treatment, but after bloom they have minimal differences in post-bloom growth across treatments. Environmental conditions. Indirect sunlight and low nighttime temperatures promote growth, no sunlight affects bloom timing and post-bloom decline, and intense sunlight causes stress, especially with fertilizer treatment. Reflections and insight. Phalaenopsis shows high adaptability but is sensitive post-bloom, while Catasetum is resilient with consistent growth. The nutrient management are balanced nutrition like rice water is beneficial and high phosphorus can be harmful. Lastly, for the preventive measures, flush media and water properly to prevent salt deposits, always avoid direct sunlight and do not water the plant frequently. So rice water and fertilizer, both, neither of them is better. Thank you.
Oh, phenomenal job, you guys, at the presentation. I really want to have an orchid in my house now. Do you guys want to have an orchid in your house? Let us know.